Welcome to the SDE Professional Development English Learners, brought to you by Kayamishi Tech's Workforce and Economic Development.
Core concepts for teaching English learners. Don't assume an EL is fully literate in English because they sound like a native English speaker in conversation. ELs are not blank slates. Having ELs share their unique knowledge is an opportunity to expand everyone's knowledge and perspectives. Differentiate for language level, do not change core content or lower depth of knowledge levels. ELs think critically and perform complex tasks as well as non-ELs when properly scaffolded. Do you read or write in your native languages? What was school like in your native country, if applicable? What, if anything, surprises or confuses you about school in the United States? Which language do you prefer to use when reading or writing for school? Do you have a computer at home? Do you have internet access at home? Do you have someone who helps you with homework? What supports or resources most help you use or understand English? What can I do to help you understand when you are speaking, listening, reading, or writing in English? Basic interpersonal communication skills, BICS, are language skills needed in social situations. It is the day-to-day language needed to interact socially with other people. English language learners, ELLs, employ BIC skills when they are in the cafeteria, at parties, playing sports, and talking on the telephone. Social interactions are usually context-embedded. That is, they occur in a meaningful social context. They are not very demanding cognitively. The language required is not specialized. These language skills usually develop within 6 months to 2 years after arrival in the US. Problems arise when teachers and administrators think that a student is proficient in a language when they demonstrate good social English, i.e., BICS. Cognitive Academic Language Proficiency, CALP. CALP refers to formal academic learning. This includes listening, speaking, reading, and writing about subject area content material. This level of language learning is essential for students to succeed in school. Students need time and support to become proficient in academic areas. This usually takes from 5 to 7 years. Many studies have been conducted in bilingual speaking regions of Canada. Academic language acquisition isn't just the understanding of content area vocabulary. It includes skills such as comparing, classifying, synthesizing, evaluating, and inferring. Academic language tasks are context-reduced. Information is read from a textbook or presented by the teacher. As a student gets older, the context of academic tasks becomes more and more reduced. The language also becomes more cognitively demanding. New ideas, concepts, and language are presented to the students at the same time. All 4 domains of language acquisition need to be exercised daily. This includes speaking, writing, listening, and reading. ELs benefit from content area lessons prioritizing and utilizing each linguistic skill equally. When designing lesson plans, teachers should ensure ELs have to SWRL. Once ELs possess basic interpersonal communication skills, BICs, they can use BICs as a base from which to learn and add to their academic vocabulary. However, since BICs are only oral communication skills, ELs must have academic conversations before being asked to use new language in reading/writing. Speak slowly and clearly, avoid slang, sarcasm, idioms, etc. Introduce concepts using simple language ELs already know. Highlight new vocabulary, discuss, add to a word wall, use visuals, pantomime, gesture, act things out. Model critical thinking skills and strategies. Example, let ELs hear your thinking. Allow wait time and keep positive tone. Don't explicitly correct mistakes. Do model correct usage in your own speech when responding. Classroom talk should not just be focused on the teacher checking for comprehension, but as a means of helping students develop their own thinking. Be careful not to have all conversations use the initiate, respond, and evaluate model. Plan for classroom conversations to have a clear purpose and expected outcomes. Research shows that the more students talk and work together in class, the more they learn. However, in today's classrooms, teachers talk 75% of the time on average, Hattie, 2012. Teachers can support ELs by structuring their lessons to include opportunities for student speech. Frequent comprehension checks are especially crucial for ELs. Provide ELs with multiple avenues for responding and demonstrating comprehension, or lack thereof. Make sure comprehension check methods do not all rely heavily on complex or extended language use. Making your classroom safer welcomes ELs to contribute. Safety, make it clear it is safe to make mistakes in your class. Attitude, be positive and encouraging during checks. Frequency, checks become less stressful when they are a regular part of classroom routine. Equanimity, check both students you think got it and those who did not. Everyone having to participate keeps it fair. Returns, point out progress made during checks. ELs who see checks are helpful are more likely to welcome them. The affective filter is a theoretical construct in second language acquisition that attempts to explain the emotional variables associated with the success or failure of acquiring a second language. The affective filter is an invisible psychological filter that can either facilitate or hinder language production in a second language. ELs must perform intellectual double duty when learning English and content info simultaneously. This additional work is taxing and can be stressful. ELs may exhibit increased tiredness or periods of zoning out compared to non-EL peers. Anything that actively causes stress raises students' affective filter and impedes comprehension and learning. Strategies to support ELs, lowering the affective filter. Learn to pronounce EL's name properly. Clearly establish classroom rules and routines. Label classroom objects in both languages. Allow low ELP ELs to participate using no language or limited language. Assign a peer partner. Post a visual daily schedule. Offer one-on-one assistance when possible. One crucial strategy for lowering affective filter is providing opportunities for ELs to share about their native cultures. Strive to use books and materials that represent a wide variety of cultures, including those shared by your ELs, and help ELs make connections between their cultures and those being discussed. ELs need to see where they fit in US culture and classrooms and feel their unique knowledge is valued there. Multisensory instruction that appeals to the 5 senses gives ELs more than one way to make connections and learn concepts. Since ELs rely on non-linguistic input to interpret English, multisensory lessons can greatly increase their understanding and participation. Conveying info using multisensory methods appeals to tactile, kinesthetic, auditory, and visual learners, and is especially helpful for ELs with learning or attention issues. Cognates are words in 2 languages that share a similar meaning, spelling, and pronunciation. While English may share very few cognates with a language like Chinese, 30 to 40% of all words in English have a related word in Spanish. For Spanish-speaking ELLs, cognates are an obvious bridge to the English language. Not surprisingly, researchers who study first and second language acquisition have found that students benefit from cognate awareness. Cognate awareness is the ability to use cognates in a primary language as a tool for understanding a second language. Children can be taught to use cognates as early as preschool. As students move up the grade levels, they can be introduced to more sophisticated cognates, and to cognates that have multiple meanings in both languages, although some of those meanings may not overlap. One example of a cognate with multiple meanings is assister, which means to assist, same meaning, but also to attend, different meaning. Teach ELs to look for cognates and provide references that identify real versus false cognates. Anything ELs have learned in their native language can be transferred to their learning in English. Help ELs make these connections by allowing native language resources and discussions. Supporting and encouraging native language literacy is key to EL success in learning English.